The crowd breaking out in chants at Donald Trump as the president hit up the Ryder Cup on Long Island. 47 lacing up his golf cleats, watching Bryson DeChambeau crush a monster drive 340 yards. F-18's doing a big, beautiful flyover. Unfortunately, Team America taking a little mulligan on the day, falling behind the Europeans. But Coach Trump did his best to rally the team.
The team is not doing so well. So when I heard that, I said, let's get on the plane. We have to fly and help them. They've lost 3 matches and they're tied in 1. So that's not so well, but we'll get it done. One way or the other, we'll get it done.
Democrats, in the meantime, are stuck in a sand trap, hitting another historic low in a national poll this week. 30% of voters nationwide hold a favorable opinion of the Democratic Party, while 54% say they hold an unfavorable opinion. But Bill Maher thinks he's found a Trump-like candidate to tee him up.
Who's the candidate on the left that can somehow derail him? Because I don't see anybody with a national presence that can pull that off. Where are you on that?
I see somebody right here in my Zoom camera. The reason why, I'm taking you a little more seriously for this is because the Democrats definitely need an outsider, but it would have to be somebody who is unapologetic about calling them out. People have lost faith in the Democratic Party for very good reasons.
All right, could Kamala Harris go to the Ryder Cup?
Could she? I don't know. Is she banned from there? I don't know. I don't know anything about golf. I know women couldn't play down in Augusta until recently, right? Is that a thing at the Masters?
And Greg thinks that's a great idea.
I don't know anything about golf. Golf is a white-collar sport. I wore a blue shirt today just so I could say that. Golf is not. I don't know anything about golf, but I do know this. I know that the driving ranges are fun. My uncle had one when I was small, and we used to try to hit the deer with the golf balls, and we got real close.
Jessica, you're seeing a lot of energy, a lot of action. Is this what real power looks like?
The Ryder Cup crowd?
This is the president with the Ryder Cup taking on the Europeans.
I can see it.
Are you excited?
Sure. Go USA. Though I guess the day didn't go that well.
You're probably rooting for the Europeans, aren't you?
You seem to enjoy saying that.
I enjoy Europe and European goods without a tariff on top of it. But yeah, he has a great time at those events, but it doesn't mean that it's going to translate into a good midterms, which is what Republicans are after. And everyone, what did they say in the prompter? That you're stuck in the sand trap. And evidence would point to things going in the Democrats' direction, and Mike Johnson knows it. And Senator Thune knows it, and they're backpedaling about the government shutdown. They can't get Democratic votes than they need because they won't even compromise to let people keep their health care or put back cancer research funding. And I had everyone wave it in my face, that Reuters poll that said that you guys were leading on all the issues that mattered by these huge margins. And I doubt that you feel good going into a midterm with only 34% saying you have a better plan on the economy, 40% on immigration, and 25% on health care when this is stacking up to be a healthcare election. There's a good Harry Enton clip from this morning. I love it when he does it. He said, a huge shift to the Dems in U.S. House special elections. Dems doing 18 points better than Harris did. The party that outperforms the presidential baseline won every midterm since 2006. So I don't know what happens. I don't want to be the Jesse Waters of 2026, but I wouldn't feel so braggy at this particular moment on the golf range or at the polls.
I mean, you're talking about midterms. It's like, what is it? Over
that is what this
away.
is about.
No, it's not about that. Actually, we're
it's
not
just
talking
about golf.
the
We're doing a
midterms.
whole block on
about
golf.
2028.
We were talking about other candidates. Katie, what do you think?
We're talking about presidential candidates and whether Kamala could go to the Ryder Cup and actually succeed. Probably not, given her habit of flunking those kinds of events. But the president is successful at these things, and the reason why Democrats are trying to emulate him, they claim they hate him so much, and yet they're trying to find all these people on the right, whether it's President Trump, a Joe Rogan, all these personalities, and translate them to some kind of leftist figure who can help them win elections. They're unable to do that because someone like Trump doesn't put politics first. He's always put culture first. He came out of the culture and was always dabbling in politics, and he's still doing that. He still makes sure that he's at all these events. He has a huge range. He can go from very swanky golf to UFC fights on the South Lawn of the White House. He can do it all. And Democrats are still totally focused on checking off all of these boxes to make sure that they don't offend anybody, but while also offending everybody. And Kamala Harris's book tour is a perfect example of that. She's explaining all these bigoted reasons why she didn't choose Pete Buttigieg or Josh Shapiro in order to try and win over the Democrats at the same time that people are like, what do you mean you were not choosing people based on those things? We're supposed to not judge people by that. We're just to judge them by what they can offer the party. So I think Republicans are pretty comfortable with the fact that Democrats are at their lowest approval rating that they've ever been in the history of polling. Of course, midterms can also always be different when it comes to the president who's in charge. Usually the opposite party takes power. But in terms of what the Democrats are offering and the types of candidates they're offering, not exactly working out with everyday Americans who shifted to the right just a couple of months ago.
Greg, what's your handicap?
Well, I'm a little slow.
Mine are my legs.
You know, I did not like what I saw there. I saw a lot of chanting, a large group of people chanting, and it just made me think of the Nuremberg rallies. These huge crowds just repeating these things. The golf swing is nothing more than a country club version of the Nazi salute when you think about it. I can't believe you didn't even see that, Jessica. I think we're concerned about health care. I mean, isn't not wanting to get shot by a left-wing radical part of being concerned about health care? I think that's going to be a bigger concern for most people. Golf offers an excellent analogy for politics, Jesse. Did you know that? The sport requires different clubs to hit the ball in different distances. You factor in length. You factor in lift and design for different situations on the course. Am I right, Jesse?
You are. Continue.
Now imagine playing golf with one club, and it's not versatile at all. That's the Democrat Party. Because their Trump derangement addiction, you notice what I did?
Addiction.
It's no longer a syndrome, it's an addiction, has reduced them to one play. He is fascist, he is Hitler, and everybody around him, including us, we're just bad people. We don't care about the poor. We don't care about health. We want everybody to die. We're disappearing people. This addiction has a way of convincing the people who have it that it's all you need. It's just like every other addiction. You don't need your family. You don't need your friends. Just me in a room with a bottle called demonization. And they believe there's nothing else beyond this filter. They don't know what they're missing. They could be out playing golf, but instead they're on the street yelling at cops or chasing ICE agents. They need a deprogramming. They need an intervention because the fact is, like I said yesterday, you can't arrest somebody for threatening you. So all you can do is try to talk them out of threatening you. That's all I ask, Jessica. Would you stop threatening me? I'm tired of the things that you're leaving on my voicemail.
You need some more clubs in your bag, Jessica.
Yes.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.